Hey, yes, I'm talking to you. Not the crowd. Not the likes. Not the noise. You, the one who opened this video. The one who's been scrolling at 2 a.m. The one who's tired of feeling stuck while life passes by like a train you couldn't catch. Listen to me, this next hour can be worth 10 years. Hear that? Not a promise, not a slogan. A fact you can start proving right this minute. If you are brave enough to listen and act. You've been living on autopilot. Days blur into months. Goals dissolve into someday. Your life feels like a playlist. On repeat, same regrets, same apologies, same tiny comforts that never heal the big holes. You look up and think, where did the years go? You ask the world for a miracle and the world replies with the same echo. Work, wait, hope. I'm here to tell you something different. One focused hour, 1 hour aligned with purpose. 1 hour with the right rules can steal 10 years from that slow, drifting life. 1 hour can start fixing the years that felt wasted. 1 hour can change everything. But there's a condition. You must show up for that hour. Not half, not with your phone buzzing and tabs open. Not mentally absent, present, intentional, uncompromising. Sound, distant clock ticks. Why 1 hour? Why now? Because the human brain loves momentum. An hour is long enough to break the surface and short enough to commit to. Science and every high performer you admire agrees consistent, deep, intentional hours compound. 10 of those hours a week, 100 of those hours a year. The acceleration is exponential. What used to take a decade of scattered effort compresses into months of disciplined work. But let me be honest, time itself isn't magical. The difference is how you use it. People waste 10 hours thinking they're productive. They call scrolling. Research, they call noise. Networking. Years of that habit will leave you with the same life you had before, only older and more bitter. So this hour must be different. It must have rules. It must have sacredness. It must be protected like the last life-saving breath in a storm. The hour's 3 iron rules, start practicing now. Rule 1, silence the world. Turn everything off. Phone in another room. Notifications destroyed like bad letters. No interruptions. You need a clean arena where your thoughts don't have to shout to be heard. The world will scream for your attention. This hour is not for the world. This hour is for the person you are becoming. Rule 2, focus on 1 high-value action. Not 3, not 5, 1. Choose the single action that moves the needle most toward your deepest goal. If you want to build skill, practice that skill for the hour. If you want to heal, focus on the healing practice. If you want to plan, build the plan in that hour. The law is simple, depth greater than width. 100 deep hours beat 1,000 shallow ones. Rule 3 end with concrete proof. Finish the hour with a result you can point to. A paragraph written, a 10-minute recording, a refined step in your plan, a cleared emotional block. If you don't have a proof, the hour has been wasted. Keep proof as your accountability ritual. The first minute you must say to yourself, I own this hour. I'm sharper than my excuses. I will do one thing better than I did yesterday. Say it loud. Say it with your chest. If you can't say it, sit a moment longer until you can. The voice you believe is the voice you become. The mental switch from someday to this hour. Most people treat goals like faraway planets, beautiful, distant, untouchable. You have to bring the galaxy into your hands. Convert someday into this hour. Every vision breaks down into actions, and every action fits inside an hour. 1 hour is the smallest unit of extraordinary change. 1 hour repeated creates a life nobody else could predict. Close your eyes. Imagine the version of you 10 years from now, not older, but 10 times better. What did they do today? One thing. 1 protected hour. That's the secret. A short ritual to begin this hour. Do it now. Breathe 3 deep, slow breaths. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Ground yourself. Take out a single notepad or open a fresh document. No multiple tabs. 1 place. 1 purpose. Write the single thing. My 1 high-value action for this hour is Fill in the blank. Be ruthless. Set a timer for 60 minutes. No peeking. Start. If you're still reading and haven't done these things, stop. Go do it right now. This script will wait. This video will still be here. What matters is your first action. The psychology behind the hour. When you protect a single hour daily, you train your neural pathways. Your brain learns the ritual of deep work. Dopamine starts rewarding structure. Confidence grows not from outcomes, but from consistency. The years you thought you lost, they were waiting inside habits you hadn't built yet. Those habits require tiny, fierce commitments, an hour at a time. This is how 10 years of progress collapses into a few months. Compound interest of focus. Every intentional hour increases your skill, reduces your fear, and rewires your identity. You stop thinking of yourself as someone who tries and start living as someone who creates. What this hour cures, the kinds of lives it fixes, the person whose talent rots in hidden notebooks, the person who keeps waiting for permission to begin, the person who says, "I'll start on Monday for 5 years," the person who wakes up at 3 a.m. thinking of regret. For each of these lives, the hour is a scalpel. It removes the fat of excuses and reveals the muscle beneath. It does not heal overnight, but it starts healing today. Your first assignment, do the ritual. Right now, protect this hour. When it finishes, come back and watch. Part 2 will teach you how to pick the exact high-value action that accelerates your life fastest and how to make those hours non-negotiable even when life fights you.
You won't be the same after you do this for a week. You won't be the same after a month. But it starts with 1 hour. One sacred, purposeful hour. Now go, claim it. Now, we're going to talk about what most people never understand. How to make your single hour worth more than someone else's decade. 1. The real difference isn't time, it's energy. You've heard people say, we all have the same 24 hours. It's a lie. We don't have the same hours. We have the same clock, but not the same energy. Your hour, when you're aligned, focused, and burning with intent, that's nuclear. That's a weapon. That's a time multiplier. Someone else's hour. Half distracted, scrolling, doubting, doing things out of habit. That's nothing but slow decay. That's the secret. The quality of energy you bring into your hour determines how fast your life accelerates. When your energy is clean, your focus is brutal, and your reason is personal. You don't just work, you bend time. You move 10 steps in one. You see shortcuts others can't see because they never slowed down long enough to look. 2. The filter of value. How to choose the right hour task. Let me tell you something blunt. Most people waste their best energy on meaningless things. They don't lack time, they lack clarity. So before you give your hour away to random tasks, run them through this filter. It's called the rule of the 3 whys. Ask yourself, why this action? Does it directly move me toward my biggest goal? Why now? Is it the right moment? Or am I just avoiding something harder? Why me? Am I the right person to do this? Or should I learn, delegate, or rethink? If your answers don't set your pulse racing, that task isn't worthy of your sacred hour. Because here's the truth. Not every action deserves your energy. You are not supposed to do everything. You're supposed to do the right thing. Deeply. That's how 1 hour becomes equal to 10 years. You cut the noise. You give your best power to the action that compounds. 3. Focus is a muscle, and most people have never trained it. You know what destroys people? Distraction disguised as productivity. People brag about being busy like it's an award. They multitask, juggle, check notifications every 2 minutes, and call it work. But a conqueror doesn't scatter. A conqueror locks in. So train your mind to focus. Start small. 10 minutes of pure focus. Then 20. then 60. Every time your attention drifts, bring it back like a soldier dragging a fallen comrade home. It's hard at first. It hurts. But that's the cost of mastery. Remember this line. Distraction kills more dreams than failure ever will. You can't build a masterpiece with half your attention. You can't rewrite your life story if your mind keeps changing channels. So train your focus every day. 1 hour. That's your gym. That's your battlefield. For the formula of compound hours. Now, here's the math that most people ignore. 1 hour times 365 days equals 365 hours a year. That's 15 days of pure deep work. If your work is 10x more focused than the average person's, that's equivalent to 150 days of their progress. And if you compound that over 10 years, you've created a decade of advantage. That's what the greats understand. They don't chase time. They chase depth. Your 1 hour focus session is a down payment on your future freedom. Every hour compounds. Every hour stacks invisible momentum. And one day, the world calls it overnight success. But you'll know it was built one sacred hour at a time. 5. The battle of the hour. Your enemies within. Before every focused hour, there's a war. Not outside, but inside. A war between who you are and who you could be. Your mind will whisper, it's just one day, skip it. You're tired, you deserve a break. It won't matter anyway. That voice is the ghost of your old life, the one that wasted years. If you listen to it, you'll go back to drifting. If you fight it, you'll cross into a new timeline. Remember, discipline isn't a punishment. It's freedom disguised as effort. When you master the art of showing up, even when you don't feel like it, you become unstoppable. Because consistency is the real magic. Anyone can focus once, but the ones who change the world are those who focus every day. Even when it's dark, even when it's lonely, even when nobody's clapping. 6. Protect the hour like it's sacred. Imagine you were told you had only 1 hour left to change your destiny. Would you let anyone call you during it? Would you check your phone? Scroll your feed? No. You guard it with your life. That's how you must treat your daily hour. Shut the door, kill the noise. Let your world shrink until it's just you and your purpose. For those 60 minutes, become immortal. Because in that time, you are creating a version of you that will outlive every distraction, every doubt, every excuse. The transition. This is where it begins to get deeper. How this one all becomes medicine for a lost or broken soul. Because this isn't just about achievement. It's about healing. When you align one focused hour a day, your spirit begins to remember its power.
Hey, I know you're still here. That means something. Inside you is still searching, still trying to understand why life feels heavy, why years disappear, why your heart still aches even after all the motivation in the world. So listen, this hour we're talking about, it isn't just about discipline or success. It's about healing. Because before you build your dream, you must repair the person who's going to live inside it. 1. The hidden wound no one talks about. Every person walking this planet carries an invisible wound, a disappointment, a heartbreak, a voice in the dark that says, maybe I'm not enough. You hide it behind work, jokes, scrolling, pretending. But deep down, you feel that weight every night when the noise fades and it's just you and your thoughts. You see, most people think they need motivation. What they really need is forgiveness. Forgiveness for the times they gave up. Forgiveness for the promises they broke to themselves. Forgiveness for believing they were ordinary. This 1 hour, your sacred hour, can become that healing space. Because when you sit in silence with yourself, when you give your mind one mission, your soul starts to breathe again. 2. Focus is medicine. You think focus is about doing more? No, focus is about feeling whole again. When you work deeply on something meaningful, the chaos inside you begins to align. The pain quiets, the doubts shrink, the noise of the world fades, That's not productivity, that's therapy in motion. Because the human spirit doesn't heal through comfort, it heals through purpose. When you pour your energy into something that matters, your broken pieces start to reattach themselves. The mind stops asking, "What's wrong with me?" and starts whispering, "Maybe I'm still capable of greatness." 3. The hour of truth. There will come a moment, maybe 10 minutes into that hour, when your thoughts start fighting back. They'll tell you you're wasting time, that it's too late, that you've already failed. That's the moment you've been avoiding your entire life. That's where the healing begins. Because when you sit through that discomfort, when you don't run, don't distract, don't escape, you face yourself. You meet the real you. The one buried under years of noise, mistakes, and expectations. And when you meet that person, something powerful happens. You realize they were never broken, just buried. Buried under fear, buried under other people's opinions, buried under the lie that you need the world's approval to be worthy. But the truth is, you were enough even before you started. You just needed silence long enough to hear your own voice again. 4. The science of healing through action. Neuroscience calls it flow state. Spirituality calls it alignment. Whatever name you give it, the result is the same. When you lose yourself in focused, meaningful work, your brain releases chemicals that repair your stress circuits. Your cortisol drops, your dopamine rises naturally, and the pain of yesterday starts to dissolve, not because you ignored it, but because you replaced it with direction. Direction heals depression. Purpose heals confusion. Consistency heals chaos. That's why 1 hour can fix years of feeling lost, because it reminds you that you're still capable of moving forward. 5. Healing through creation. Creation is the antidote to suffering. When you create, you rewrite the story of your pain. That's why artists, writers, and builders often carry deep scars. They've learned how to turn wounds into blueprints. They transform suffering into something they can control, shape, and give meaning to. Your 1 hour is your canvas. Doesn't matter what you do, write, train, plan, study, build. What matters is that you create. Because every act of creation says to the universe, "I'm still alive. I still matter. You didn't break me." 6. Letting go of perfection. Healing won't come from doing everything right. It'll come from doing something, even when it's messy. Stop waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect mood, the perfect setup. You don't need perfection. You need momentum. If you can give just 1 honest hour every day, where you show up raw, tired, angry, scared, but still willing, you'll start to see something beautiful. Your pain will start to transform into power, and your scars will start whispering, "We made it." 7. The transformation begins quietly. You won't notice it at first. You'll just feel a little lighter. The fog in your head will start to clear. You'll sleep better, think clearer. You'll begin to see hope where there used to be dread. And one day you'll look back and realize the hour you once forced yourself to start has become the hour you now can't live without. Because that hour isn't just about building goals. It's about rebuilding you. You've now entered the part most people never reach, the part where discipline turns into peace. When focus becomes medicine and effort becomes therapy. Hey, listen, no one's coming to save you. No miracle, no shortcut, no magic. It's just you, your will, your silence, your 1 hour. And if you give that hour your everything, every single day, you'll wake up one morning and realize you became the person you were always meant to be.